Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor. Welcome to my YouTube video. It's the home of the 5-minute or less video. I don't need a fancy suit. I don't need all the books. I don't need to read a script. I've been doing this for 50 years. I worked at IRS for 10 years. I've been in private practice for four decades. I've been doing this for 50 years. I am a national expert in IRS resolution matters. I try to tell you everything you need to know on this subject within 5 minutes. I usually can do that. I do this video so you don't get ripped off, so you know inside information from IRS, and it informs you as to what you need to do on stuff. I have a whole team of former IRS agents. I've been on the news a lot. Many of you contacted me because you've seen me on TV. Anyway, go to 777irs.com and you can find my information all there. That's really enough about me. I put up about 2 or 3 videos in the last couple months. What happens if IRS knocks on the door? I put them in different ways, but I felt today I did need to do another video. At about 10 o'clock this morning, a gentleman called me and he said, I had an IRS agent come to my door this morning and I got scared. I looked at your video and I realized I did the wrong thing. So the question that I have to ask you is, what would you do if IRS knocks on the door? Let me explain this to you so you understand. Generally, there's 2 types of agents that come to your door. Generally, there'll be an IRS revenue officer from the collection division or a criminal investigator, a CI criminal investigator, who is there really for criminal purposes. A revenue officer will come out for 2 reasons. They want to secure tax returns, and or you owe a debt and IRS wants to get information on you to close their case. IRS many times will just leave a calling card. Sometimes they'll have a document request that they want to go ahead and they want to leave that for you. They want to set an appointment up for you to bring financial statement, bank statements, and documentations to close their case. Those are civil cases, and IRS just wants to get rid of the case. They just want to close their case. So there's really not as much to worry about, but you want to comply with IRS. You want to call them that day when you get the card. You want to let them know you're coming in. If you need a day or 2, they'll usually go ahead and do that, but you'll want to give that documentation to them. If you're not sure what to do, it's kind of gotten serious at that point because you're finished. All the automatic collection unit is finished sending you the letters, and now IRS is really out for the enforcement. So when you got a revenue officer, you really do want to hire someone because they can go over you pretty bad. I used to do that for a living. I know that if it's a small dollar case and you think you can do it, give it a shot, but you're not going to go ahead and get what you want if you're unrepresented. I'm just going to tell you this. I've done this for 10 years at IRS. You're not going to get the same deal as a professional. Just know that now. I don't care how good you think you are, what you're made of. A professional is going to know how to get you a better deal. But what I'm really here to talk about is what happens if someone from criminal investigation comes out to see you. That's the call that I got this morning at 10 Eastern Standard Time. The person says, oh boy, the criminal investigator came out, and 2 of them, they were really, really nice, and they had a conversation with me, and boy, it seemed nice. Then all of a sudden, I start to realize that I shouldn't be in this situation and talking to them because they started asking some really pointed questions about something I think I had done wrong. So if a criminal investigator or 2, they usually send them out in pairs, comes to you, do not answer any questions whatsoever. A lot of times they say, well, it's not about you. We just need to answer some questions. They come on with this very, very friendly routine. That's how they do that. Like, oh, don't worry. All they're trying to do, they're trying to get information to put somebody in prison. Let me make no mistake about that. They are the criminal aspect of IRS. They're not there to collect money. They're trying to find somebody to put in jail. And many times you may not be the target, but maybe 50% of the times you are. At that point in time, you open the door, you get their card, you say, gee, thank you very much. I prefer not talking to you, and that's when you hunt down a criminal attorney to go ahead and talk to and make the call. So this morning at 10 o'clock, the person told me what happened. Unfortunately, they got into their story for about 20 minutes. The person finally says, I'm uncomfortable. They started searching on YouTube. They found me, and I have a bunch of people on my team. I didn't take any information from that person. I'm not an attorney, so I went ahead and gave that to my criminal attorney, and that criminal attorney got on the phone, and that person engaged our criminal attorney to go ahead and speak. Come to find out, this taxpayer of mine got over $1 million in tax money back, and he shouldn't have. So it may be two targets. It may be the client that called me will be a target of what that person did wrong, but they're also looking for the promoter. So don't assume that the case is about you, but you are involved. Many times you get a grand jury subpoena or a grand jury investigation to find out things. That's very normal. The big thing is, do not talk to them. Go ahead and get your criminal attorney. Let that criminal attorney take care of the situation. If you talk to them, anything you say, how you see it, will be used against you, and trust me, it will. If you ever need me, you can call me. I have a whole team of agents. We get involved when revenue officers are involved, but with the team we have, we pick the person that's right from you. Please give me a subscription if you think I added value to you. YouTube kind of moves us up the list if we give good information, and I think we give good, solid information, so I'd love a subscription. Leave me comments if you want. Leave me a like. If you want me to do a YouTube on something, I'm happy to go ahead and consider that. But thank you very much for the subscription.